Good morning, everybody. This is Maria C., the Sizzix lady from 𝐒𝐒𝐁𝐄 I want to welcome you today. We are going to do some embossing. So I wanted to kind of show you some just real quick techniques that we can do today by just showing different ways of just doing embossing. We're going to be doing things like showing how to do the impresslets, something that's really simple and easy. These are the 3D impresslets, and so we're also going to show you how to use the regular impresslets, which you didn't really know probably that they were out there. So 3D folders, all of that stuff. So let's get ready and let me show you something really super fun to do. One of the things that I wanted to show is just really how simple something that's just an embossing that can just be put onto a card just to make it pop and make it really super elegant, but doesn't take a lot of time, especially during this time of all the different seasons and card making and all of that too. So let me show you how to do the 3D impresslets. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the Sizzix Big Shot Express. This is the electric version, and we're going to use the multi-purpose platform. So I'm going to open it up, and you're going to see where it says 3D textured impressions, and we are going to put this in here. And you can use different, card stocks and all of that too. So one of the things, let me grab just a chunk of paper here real quick, card stock. Okay, so it shows on here that you're going to put your 3D folder or 3D impresslet on top of this platform where it has the coral around the edge. And then you're only going to put one clear cut platform up on top. Normally you would sandwich the two pieces together, but we're not going to do that. So we're going to actually just put our cardstock inside the 3D impresslet. You're going to put the 3D impresslet directly onto the platform here. Take your clear cutting pad or your sparkle ones, which are super pretty, and it's just as easy as that, just to run it through. Many times you don't have to even run the impresslets in that or 3Ds through more than once. And you can see just right here how beautiful that it is. What I want to show you is that you can see just how beautiful that it has embossed, and that's just on the back side. So you can actually use it as the deboss or the emboss side, and then you just want to pop it out of your folder and you can turn it over. And look how gorgeous that is. That is just stunning. And you can do different things with it. You can do different textures, markers, inks, anything that you want to make it pop a little bit more. But it really gave a really super deep impression. And so here is just an example of just a really super cute tag that you can use. And this was used with the metallic paper. There's the Renea double-sided foils, and I'll do some of the little embossing with that too for you. And then this one too is also done with the metallics, and it's just the long version of the impresslet. And so this one is just it's a longer one, a kind of a border, rather than just the round image. With different inks, metallic-y inks. And this is another one too, where you can make just a really super, what do they got? That gilding paste, the metallic pastes. What I want to show you is just the regular impresslets. And these are just going to impress you. So basically what you want to do is get your impresslet out, and that's what this is. So 3D impresslets, and I'm not sure if I really specified on there, is basically what it is. It's an embossing folder. And it also has the die inside. So you can see the cutting edge here, and then here are the embossing. There's the emboss and deboss sections on there. And so these are much thicker than your regular embossing folders. And that's why we only use one clear cutting pad instead of two on the 3D ones. And so we're gonna work with just the regular impresslets. And these are pretty cool because they emboss and then they die cut where you see the silver. And the cool thing about these is that they also make really great shaker cards too. So this one here, we just emboss, and I'm going to show you how you use it. It's basically the same way. And look at the nice embossing that it has done. And that tree one You know, so if you put some foam tape on the back of this and your little acetate window and just kind of popped it from your card, you could make things shake in here. So they make really great, easy, super shaker cards. So let me start and show you how to cut these. I'm gonna put my cardstock on here, and you can put your whole piece on there and then trim it down to fit, or you can trim it to fit your A2. Pretty much these are like A2 size. So you don't want to, you can make a bigger card, but you're going to have more of an edge on there. And so we're going to use the same coral platform top. And we're going to run this through a couple times. Make sure, especially kind of right around where that the tree branches are. Sometimes those can be just a little finicky. This is about 110-pound weight cardstock, so I'm just going to give it just that little extra over that middle part. And we're going to see how that does. And one of the other tools, like I said, this is the permanent marker set, and I'm going to have a place on there on the online that you can, you know, look at. And so these are the reverse action tweezers, and we also have a curved tip set of tweezers. Say that about 10 times. And then we have the black, and we also have the white die picks, which I also recommend, especially for this application. And we're going to open this up. And you can see right away if it's cut. So before you pop everything out, make sure everything is cut. And you can just look right around here and you can see that's a real good solid cut around the die area. And you're going to pop these pieces out. And don't forget to pop these ones out too. Don't be bending your embossing folder. You want to get yourself a nice set of adhesive to put onto your card, but you could put a sentiment, you could put a different colored window behind there if you wanted to. So if you had this, these are the beautiful metallic-y papers that we sell. And so you could even put, you know, something white behind there if you wanted to, and just to give it a different color besides the blue. And like I said, you can make the shaker cards and all of that with it. And there's a lot of different impresslets that you can get. So let me show you just a few of the other ones. We have all the 3D ones online, and then but we also have these other impresslets as well. And so this one here, this is called Changing of the Seasons. And the cool thing about this one is that you do get all of the different seasons in here of the different like snowflakes or leaves. But these are just, let me see if I can get that up there. Look at how cute those little shakers are. Really easy to work with. This one here is Thanks a Latte. Really great for the coffee. So if you want to give somebody a cute little gift card, you can do that too. Let's see if we can get that up there. Yeah. So that makes really fun shaker cards there. This one is really cute, and this one is a, this is the camera, the instant camera one. And so it looks like, you know, you could put like the little picture that's coming out of the instant camera. So it's a little different than the other ones, but it's just adorable. This one here is called Magic of the Season, and it's got these really pretty trees and the word believe in there. And here's a couple samples of how you can use that. This is one of, I love these ones because they're just super easy. And this one is called Season of Joy. And so it's got the ornaments and all of that too. And look at the fun shakers. And like I said, you don't have to make them into a shaker. You can make them into whatever you'd like. This one is called Wedding Window, you know, and then it has the little windows that kind of come out too. So it makes it a little bit dimensional. So you could do something like a fun holiday, religious, sympathy, wedding, and all of that too. And then this one here is called Sweet Friend. And so it has a happy birthday and these different dies in here. And it does show up in the corner of all the different dies and everything that you get. So these are your dies that come in there. And so they also have coordinating dies. So it's not just the die that's inside of the embossing folder, there's coordinating ones. So here you can actually kind of mix and match all the different ones and to make different card fronts or shakers. And then this one here is the window box, and he's always been really popular, really cute. And look at the beautiful little flowers. You know, one of the things is I wanted to show you is about the Sizzix adhesive permanent sheets. These are great. You get 10 sheets in here, and they are 6 by 6 in size. So if you have things that are like, you know, detailed, or you have a hard time putting adhesive on it, these are double-sided. And so I just wanted to quick kind of tell you how easily you can make a sticker. You know, as you peel it, stick it on your paper, die cut it, take it out, and peel the other side off, and you have a sticker. It is just that easy. But I wanted to kind of share that with you today, and enjoy making lots of fun stickers. Okay, so this one here is the Renea paper. And like I was talking about with the different markers and stuff that you can color with, this was actually embossed in just silver. So it was just done in the silver Renea, and it was taken with, you could do your Spectrum Noirs, you know, your different permanent markers, Sharpies, especially the ones from Sizzix. So these will actually even work too. So you can just put them onto your slick surfaces and they're going to dry. So let me show you how to do the Renea paper. Okay, so we're actually going to do one of the mosaic gems, and we're going to do it on the silver side. So you just put your paper in there and then run it through. And I wanted to show you just how easy it is just to color. A lot of people really love this technique. And it's so simple that even the kids, you know, they can do it and just have a really good time doing all different kinds of coloring. And even the gold side of this is just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Then you just take your markers and you can color away. So you can take your fine tip or your the broad end, and then you just, this is just the green, just kind of wanted a soft color. And you don't need to press very hard. But you can see just how pretty that green turned out. And so, like I said, you can take all your different markers, and you can have just a great time doing all different kinds of coloring with these. Isn't that beautiful? And here are just a couple more that I wanted to show you. But like I said, they just look so stunning, you know, when they pop. And let me grab those really quick. And so if you take just like your solid copper papers from Renea, but you wanted to give it just the edge, this is the 𝐒𝐿𝐴, you can use the Foundry 3D folder. And there was an older one that looks similar to this and just the regular embossing. This is one of our, it's the treasure trunk. And this is one of our kits that you can get as well. And we're going to start putting those online. But just makes that edge just pop. I mean, it is just stunning how it makes that edge just pop. And so this is just another way that you can use them. And it forms really easily, you know, to the shape that you're working with. Forms really, really well. And then this is one of the folders that, you know, that you can use if you wanted a different texture on there. You know, if you want kind of a, you know, kind of a guy theme or whatever, you can do the gold. You can do it embossed, debossed. That's just another way you can cut the strips and then emboss them. Don't emboss first and then cut. You want to cut and then emboss. And I just think this one is really pretty. So if your paper moves around, you know, just kind of center it. And you can kind of hold it down with your thumb so it keeps everything from the inside moving as you slide the cutting plate or the cutting pad on top. I just think that when you emboss, it's just instant gratification. I mean, just look how cute that is, and just elegant. And just add something. You can add a little band. You can add your word. You can add a little bit of glitter if you wanted to. So these are really just great embossing folders. I want to do a couple more because these are just stunning once you see them. The other one, first I want to show you, is the leaf pattern. Now I'm not going to actually do the leaf one because you're going to see it here in this background here for the feathered friends and the funky wreath. There's also the media marks, and so there's different shapes here that are used just to kind of fill in. And this is the funky wreath, and then the feathered friends die. But you can see just really how pretty that it makes that background just pop when you're you know, using the 3D folders or the regular embossing folders. I just love them. So let me show you a couple more. And here's another one that's just stunning when you emboss it. So we're going to take this embossing folder, put it in here, and then fold it again. But I think the great thing about it is actually seeing when you open it up after you've embossed it. Whoops, let's get that cutting plate back on there. So seeing it, you know, right when you open it up is just so fun, I think. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, that's just stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. So there's just so many different options that you can have. And then there was just one more that I wanted to show you too. Okay, we're going to do that poinsettia one. Just in the silver. This is the regular, the metallic cardstock that we sell. And so that one is in the silver. So the other thing that I wanted to kind of share with you too, and I'm not going to really do it today because we've done it before, is the different way. This is called the Emboss and Transfer Set. The Emboss and Transfer Set. And what that is, it's basically, it's a silicone rubber and the impressions pad all sold in one kit. And so what can you do with it? Okay, after you've die cut your dies, you see all the little pieces that are in there inside the die? You can actually run your piece through there with the silicone rubber and the impressions pad. Be sure you follow the proper directions. And then you can actually emboss the inside of the die itself. And so if you wanted to take something and just kind of deboss it, you could take the die and just deboss it into your cardstock. Just like that. Or you can emboss it, whatever you want to do. So you can take your dies and emboss them. And then this one here is just taking some of the regular dies and debossing them into the front of like a metallic paper too. And so there's just really beautiful different ways that you can use it. And I highly recommend that you get that. We also have these bundle deals, and they're called Bundles of Therapy, and we have a ton of them. And we have some that have like the cutting plates with the embossing transfer set. We've got different die sets, 3D folders, you know, sequins and beads and glitter and embossing powders. And so not really going to go through the embossing powder part of it. And that's with using the heat tool and gun, but you've already probably seen those before. Oops, let me stand that little guy up. There we go. And this one here, this one is a different folder. I'm not sure where it came from. A friend of mine made this, but just look how elegant that is. And so you can really make things just pop. So enjoy these. Enjoy making some really quick, simple cards. Simple, you know, embossing using 3D impresslets, 3D folders, regular impresslets, regular embossing folders, but they just make everything pop. We so much hope you enjoyed this today, and thank you, and happy holidays and happy shopping.